is Dave Life with DLTV News. Welcome back to part 2 of Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. And like as we said earlier in part 1, Drake and Kendrick have been going at it for a few weeks now, actually for a few years, but it really got picked up when Drake and J. Cole came out with First Person Shooter back in October of 2023. Kendrick responded with Like That verse in March of 2022, where he said, MF the Big Three, it's just Big Me. J. Cole came out with a 7-minute drill, and he did that, and then he quickly backed out and said, you know what? I was kind of baited into it. I don't want to do this. So he got out of the fight. Now that brings us to part 2 of the beef.
Need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50. Pip squeak, pipe down, you ain't in no big three. Scissor got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down. Like your label, boy, you in a scope right now. And you gon' feel the aftermath of what I write down. I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now.
Push-Ups was dropped by Drake on Friday, April 13th. Drake states in this song how he put Kendrick on, and therefore he cannot be Kendrick #1 fan because he's the one that put Kendrick on and brought him on tour in the beginning. Drake claims that Kendrick is a slave to Top Dawg. He says that he attacked Kendrick's deal, his record deal. He attacked Kendrick's Prince analogy by saying, what's a prince to a king? You're my son. He attacked Kendrick's collaboration with Taylor Swift, saying, I got to do it for the Swifties. And then he also attacked Metro Boomin rapping by saying, rapping on Like That by saying, why don't you go back and make some drums or make some beats? So Drake really came at them on push-ups. So I'm going to bring my panelists back to the stage. I have comedian Uncle Dolomite, and I have Jasmine Sweets of Sweet Serenade. Welcome back, you guys.
Hey.
All right. Yo, what was your reaction? Let's go with Jasmine first. Jasmine, what was your reaction to Push-Ups? How did you feel about that track?
Push-Ups was cool. It had a beat. Mm-hmm. It was memorable in a sense. I think people remember Push-Ups by Drop and Give Me 50. That line. But there's another song that came out way before this song, and I cannot think of the name of it right now. But people have been saying Drop and Give Him 50 instead of just saying Push-Ups. Yeah. It was a cool song, but it didn't. Again, that didn't really stick for me.
Okay. Uncle Dolomite.
All over the place.
Man, how did you feel about this one? Push-Ups. We said a little earlier that Drake had a flow. You know, he had some bars. The beat was cool, but overall, how did that song? That, you know, you got 7-minute drill, and then Cole backs out, and then Drake comes with Push-Ups. Did you feel like it was a worthy follow-up to 7-minute drill?
I think so. It was classic Drake. It sounded like Drake. The flow was dope. The beat was cool. I just feel like as far as the song in its totality, I feel like it probably didn't hit as hard as it should have because he wanted to diss 20 other people. He dissed Ja Morant, ASAP Rocky, the Easter Bunny. Like, he was just dissing everybody. Like, he was just shooting wild shots all over the place. So yeah, you did shoot some shots at Kendrick Lamar, but like, you kind of was all over the place with it. So it was like Takeover. Like, yeah, Takeover was a diss to Nas, but you also went at Mobb Deep and everybody else. Like, who this song about? So, you know, it hit. You know, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. It was a good song, but you know, it became forgettable in the fact that he dissed 20 people. Yeah,
it's a shotgun blast. He just kind of went. You know what? Which is why 7-minute drill being taken down was a little disappointing, because 7-minute drill was dope to me. J. Cole, he did what he's supposed to do. He went at one man, you know.
And it was funny that the cover said might delete later.
Right. Yeah,
and he did just that.
And he did. So he already knew he wasn't really built like that, you know, battling his friends. All right. So what another thing that you said earlier, Dolomite, off camera, is that Push-Ups was like money flow, like it's success flow. Look at what I did. Look at what I've accomplished. You know?
Yeah, and in hip hop, a lot of times that don't always hit in the realm of a battle. Like, it's supposed to be how much more of a man I am than you, not how much more of success I have than you. Because in hip hop, we all understand that success could come from a whole lot of things that have nothing to do with talent, nothing to do with good music, nothing to do with skill, nothing to do with you being authentic. It's 100% to do with what your label does, what these radio people do. You know, like
Right.
there's all type of industry games that can be played. So for you to take that angle, a lot of people looked at it like, so you MC Hammer, you know, is
Right.
MC Hammer better than NWA because he sold more records than them? Like,
Not in
what
the
are you
battle.
saying?
Not in the battle.
Exactly. And you know,
That's
like
for sure.
that goes back to the comparison of Prince and Michael Jackson, where,
Facts.
you know, me personally, I love Michael Jackson. I cried when he died.
Yeah.
But when we talk about who's the better pure
Musician.
musician, it's Prince.
It's Prince, man.
You know, because I personally feel like Michael Jackson has better music, but Mike can't play no instruments.
Nah, no. And yeah, and that's the big debate, the performer, you know, versus the I guess the tactician, the composer, the
artist.
creator, the artist, you know what I'm saying?